Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing awesome and ready for the week and killing it and had a great weekend. Actually recording this one a little bit early, so if you hop on and you see it, that's why. We're leaving today to go to Florida on a vacation for our family reunion. My family and I were very close, but we're scattered all over the country. I'm in Boise. I have a brother in LA, a brother in St. Louis, my sister, my mom and dad, and step parents. They all live in Indiana. But we started a tradition about 12 years ago where we all get together. And we usually choose 1 year, it's kind of towards the West Coast, and 1 year it's towards the Midwest or the East Coast. And we happen to be going to Florida today. And we'll have a sibling, we'll kind of plan it. But man, I can't wait. Can't wait to get the cousins together, to be able to give good hugs and all of those things. And it's something that we've just kept doing, right? We've gotten into action to do it. And man, we've created so many memories because of that. Same time, college baseball postseason's going on, and I'm sure you've all been paying attention to it. But for the first time ever, the number 1 and the number 2 seed have been knocked out in the first rounds. So now you're into the super regionals where there's only 16 teams there fighting to go on to the College World Series. So I love seeing it, love seeing the competition and everything going on. But like I said, hopefully you're all doing great, and you guys got great trips and everything planned for the summer. We've been talking about responsibility, and this is the 4th time, or the 4th session, the last one we're going to talk about it. And the very first one we talked about was really sitting back, and we've been thinking about like what we've been explaining, like when something happens, how have we been explaining it. To the second one was about us owning our results. To the last one was what story have we been telling ourselves, because we all tell ourselves a story. And how can we question that story and base it off of facts instead of just some fictional narrative or just some assumptions or perceptions that we have, right? Today is going to be simple. Now, what are you going to do about it? Because see, the first 3, they really just deal with awareness. And awareness is awesome. I think a lot of times it's not that people don't want to change. It's that they're not aware that they need to change, or they're not aware of what needs to change or where they've been given an excuse. And so awareness is key. But awareness in and of itself doesn't fix anything. It's all words. And too many of us confuse emoting over a topic with actually doing something about it. And so for these next 2 weeks, I want you to choose one area of your life, one thing that you've been explaining, one result, right, that you haven't taken ownership of, one story you've been telling yourself, whether that's in your personal life, right, your finances, your health, your profession, whatever it is. And then what's one step you're going to take to attack it, right? What's one action you're going to take to begin fixing that relationship, fixing your health, fixing your finances? See, Jocko Willink talks a lot about in Extreme Ownership that discipline equals freedom. That doesn't mean we add more to our plate or make things more difficult. No, we have the discipline to do the things we need to. Because we do that, we create margin in our life, right? We create confidence. Right? We create that productivity that's just moving and that momentum because we get into the correct action. And I think that's the part we have to make sure that we're smart on, is that taking action, but making sure we're taking the right action. Because see, there'll be times when we get into action and then it's no longer the problem, right? It's no longer the explaining, it's no longer the story. It's the action we take that becomes the problem. Right, you've heard me say this before. It's about carrying the weight, and sometimes we have to carry the weight of a situation a little bit differently. We've all held a little 7-pound baby in our arm, right? And I don't care how strong you are. You hold that little baby in your arm for 20 minutes, your biceps don't feel like it's going to fall off. But if you take that baby and you carry that baby in a Baby Bjorn or backpack, you can carry the baby all day. Same weight, you just chose to carry it differently. And so when we're looking at this problem that we're going to face, where we've been explaining or giving an excuse, what action are you going to take? And then we have to make sure it's the correct action. Because if we're not carrying it the right way, then we're not getting any better. Okay? And so it's simple, not easy. So finding ways to increase the accountability, that's why I want you telling your group and coming in ready to share and what you've noticed, right? So we can figure out, is it the right action or not? Because sometimes you're going to take an action, then we have to reflect on that, and are we seeing the results we want, right? And if we're not, then we're not taking the correct action. So how can we modify that so we can end up carrying that thing the right way, right? Really appreciate you all. Go crush your week, get into action, right? Make sure it's the right action, and go kill it. Love you all. Bye-bye.